Hi, Randy Jordan here. Today I'm going to show you the installation of a swivel seat for the passenger side for a Ford Econoline E350 box truck. I bought this from sportsmobile.com, and after talking with them on email, they sent me this nice drawing. I was able to determine that this was going to be a good fit. So I ordered one and it's here. I've already installed it. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to show you a couple things about the seat itself that you need to be aware of. So here we go. As you can see, I've got the swivel seat base installed already. For those of you that need to know, this screw here in the front is offset. It's in front. This screw here is back a little bit, about an inch and a half maybe. So you look for that. If you see that, then you're going to be fine. This swivel seat also is should fit a vehicle all the way up through 2012. So you can see it's installed. The swivel is pretty nice all the way around. It's already greased. Okay, so one thing you're going to want to keep an eye out for is this connector here. There's a certain way to disconnect it, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute, but you need to be careful with that because you could end up damaging that connector there. As you can see, we have it on this side here, the other side of it, and it disconnects a certain way, and I'll show that to you in a minute. So one of the first things, like I said, is get yourself one of these bases, get it installed, and that will put the seat on in these hold positions. Things you need to keep in mind is that this front screw is a star style. This happens to be a T55 star tool that I got from Pittsburgh. They put out a set of about 10 of these for about $13. Second thing is you're going to need an 18 millimeter socket piece to take out the rear bolts. So keep that in mind. Also, the bolts that are going to fit on the seat are a 15 millimeter. It's going to take a 15 millimeter to get those off of there. So anyway, I'm going to put the seat on now, and as you can see, when you take it out, you're going to want to unbolt that base. I've already done that on mine, and so this is ready to go. I've also taken time to put it in and remove it, but also to oil these rails. So you're going to need to move these rails back and forth in order to pivot this seat around. So I would recommend you go ahead and consider oiling those. Once you put this lever in, then this will move back and forth fairly well. So want to make sure you get your teeth back in the right place before you put this seat back in. So we're going to mount against these bolts here, and then I'll show you how to swivel it. Here we go. Okay, that's in place. We'll get these bolts put in here. Snug those up. Put these on. Okay. Okay, As I mentioned, this connector here, you need to be careful with this because it'll only go in there one way, but you can only get it out one way also. So once you put it together, that little piece right there will snap first, and when you see it, this little red portion here will be forward this direction. So you got to move that back, and then you need to depress this a little bit to get that connector to come out. So be aware of that, and you want to disconnect this obviously before you turn this chair, otherwise you're going to break it loose. This will go back together, no problem. I've already done that once, but alright. So next thing is we're going to need to move the seat forward all the way to, or part of the way to get it to turn, to clear everything. This back has got to be up. Pull that lever on the back side, and then we should be able to turn it no problem. You can see it's turning easily. Next thing is you might want to be careful about this arm. As you can see, the door, when it shuts, it's going to be up next to that arm right there. So once you move it back, you won't necessarily clear this area here, but now you'll be able to also to move it back and pivot that seat back. So there you go. Obviously, to reverse that, bring the seat forward, bring it back up here. Swivel arm, swivel connectors over here now. Start that pivoting. It'll lock it in place. And adjust it to wherever you like it. Okay. Then obviously put your connector back together. That'll snap. Pull that lever forward and you're good to go. You can decide whether or not you want to drill to bring that back. Either way, it should be fine the way it is. But that's your decision. Alright, so there you go. A Ford E350 Econoline swivel base for your passenger seat from sportsmobile.com. Works great. Looking forward to using mine. This is Ramey Jordan signing off. Check out my other website, Ramey Jordan 2015 box truck camper conversion. You'll see this little beauty right here and everything I've done to it. Have fun.